a Norwegian king. Sweden, and by extension the Skandians, had a very successful empire a couple of decades prior, but due to the repeated losses against the Russian Empire to the east, the Skandians, and specifically the Swedes, had suffered multiple defeats and had lost their territories in the Baltics. You are living in an empire of decline, and it really shows its case during this very rough winter. That being said, ships which are sailing through the North Sea, very dangerous, very cutthroat, but those who are able to make successful voyages rack up quite a considerable pay. You can't connect the dots between that, but it's probably because it sounds cool and foreign.
I don't know, those Frenchmen are fucking stupid.
How do you feel about the French?
Adam might. Yeah. He hasn't really left Sweden, so he doesn't really know.
Understandable. Your whole life has been, your whole year of existence has been confined.
1 year.
It's been confined specifically to the Swedish countryside and realm. You've not been to the other Skandian kingdoms of Norway or Denmark, or the far-off protectorate of Iceland, which is confusingly not made of ice. Because you thought, there are some stories that say Iceland's in Jotunheim, but there are sailors that come back and say it's still here on Midgard, which is very disappointing, because going to Jotunheim sounds like quite the adventure. France, but after digging through, and after Nidhogg probably informed you that Chambord, the County of Chambord, is not the one that others likely think it is likely more of in the other world. The realm that is inhabited by the small nature spirits, those of the woodland realms, and not exactly Vanaheim, but adjacent to it. And so I do want to ask with all this in mind, and Nidhogg would have been the one to tell you, like, hey, I've looked it up. Chambord is not here, it's probably in the realm of the Fae. With all that in mind, how does Adam Rex feel about all this, and what is his main motivation to join the Pharaon ship hunting you down for one reason or another?
Neither of them seem to be in this with the beast. It seems to be a separate entity, or so Nidhogg says.
Absolutely, and all Nidhogg is able to tell you is that the beast is some ravenous, noble creature. Noble in the sense that not necessarily of his character, but of his social status. He is the count. Who is his liege lord? You don't even know. That's the thing. Because typically counts are subjects or smaller lords who owe their allegiance to a larger lord, and you're not quite sure where he is, but you have heard that he has treasure galore, both Germanic and Celtic, which, of course, given the origins of your being, should interest you. Maybe it will give you some answers as to what's going on with you.
It's mostly intuitive. That's it. I was thinking of the Swedish way to pronounce it, and I couldn't get it out of my head. The intuitive way, by his blood, is because I'd say he has just an innate sense for people's weaknesses, antithesis, and channels that through his implements. And his implements, the regalia, are most likely fakes. I don't think I've stated explicitly in the descriptions I made for them, but they were given to him as an ironic way of stabbing against the kings by those who made him. Though he's not the weapon that they wanted him to be, and now so he's running around with that equipment.
Union. Elves are still common enough that it is not an oddity for people. And so elves and dwarves, also known as dark elves, they are a common sight, but people of your kind, mostly like dryads, if you will, are never seen. And
Yeah.
you've only been around in the countryside, and still you have not seen many creatures that resemble you. So maybe going into Chambord might be a nice way to try to connect with some creatures that resemble you, whether draconically or arboreally.
Yeah, because I'd say he would also have been expecting to see a lot more witches on the countryside, and maybe he's met like one or two, but
Yeah.
otherwise he's just like, huh, the world is not as weird as I innately believe it to be.
Absolutely. Beast, some sort of French prince that was cursed in some way or another, and that led Nidhogg and you down another rabbit hole, and eventually this job assignment popped up, and you accepted it as the ship medic. And so, as you look around, you do see La Pharaon as it's in the midst of preparing to, in the beginning of like unfurling its sails and going over its maintenance. There's already a ramp from the docks to the ship itself. Doesn't appear to be any guards or anyone like that. If there are any guards, probably like one or two near like a pit of fire that they've throwing in like dirty clothes and firewood into to keep themselves warm. And as you step on board, I will go ahead and transition the scene.
No, that's like, it's what I was born with.
Oh, I see. You know, I'm not one to judge others by their supernatural means. After all, any look points to the centaur in this ship. You see the dark elf, aka dwarf, on the western wing, alongside the light elf. They appear to be bickering, which is the default, the status quo. Dark elves and light elves not getting along, and you do see a little sprite flying about, and most unusually, Adam, some sort of construct that is just still. In fact, when you look over, it is kind of frightening off in the distance. It's just shrouded in darkness.
Yeah, no, he'll look over and be like, what's that? Okay.
You can speak to her if you would like to. Try to ease your own anxieties, but trust me, she says she's been to many worlds. So I figured, who best to navigate us to the realm of the beast, am I right?
Of course. No, I understand. Just, you don't see those in Stockholm's streets every day.
Absolutely not. I believe this was created by the Chantry. I believe she used to be part of the Chantry. Well, not used to. I think her affiliations are still there. Sometimes he leans in. Sometimes I think I hear her whispering things in the air. And I think the birds hear it. But that's just speculation.
Fly over and say, you say it's pronounced Fouquet?
Yeah, Captain Fouquet.
Yes, Captain Fouquet.
This is our new medic, Adam. This is Violet. She is a servant of the Count of Chambord. She will be very, very helpful to our voyage and travel to the chateau and the village.
Ah,
She's like hiding behind his shoulder right now.
Where did she go?
I'm still here.
Oh, there you are. Oh, look at that little serpent.
She's gonna hide behind. She's gonna.
You know, like the POVs of like the wolves looking at each other. You just see the snout and like the elongated face when you turn around to see it.
he'd find it so funny.
Who's this little creature?
Come back here. And laughed himself.
You're going to give me the heebie-jeebies, I will not lie.
It's well, you know, I like taking care of strange creatures, so gotta keep them around. And he'll grab it. He'll grab the worm by its I would say neck, but I used body, I guess. He's
He's your.
stuffs it. He's-
You are very rough with your familiar. Yeah.
oh, well, he is a worm after all. He can handle a bit of roughhousing. I think he prefers it.
Oh, understandable.
As he's squirming.
We will bring out all the supply wagons, and we will slowly deliver the food there. The rest of the crew will stay back here as the 4 of you move on. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sounds great.
Here, Ed, come quickly now. And you see a very handsome white-haired man approach.
Oh no.
Why is he an enemy?
No!
This is my
Joseph.
first mate, Edmund Dante.
Joseph. God
Oh.
damn it.
Damn it! We are in the No. I know how to fix this. Stab him immediately.
Jump him.
That won't change things
Quick,
because he's still
go to
dies.
his island. Go to
God.
his island, take his
That is
riches.
true. He looks like that, doesn't he?
He's like a little version of the real deal.
That's what I said. And then we created a familiar bond then. But I guess he's still mischievous.
Are you a practitioner of witchcraft? Don't worry if you say yes. Pharaon is very accepting of people of all different kinds of creeds and practices.
Oh no. I'm not that sophisticated. How do you say? I don't practice. He's about to say satyr, but then he realized, that'll really sell him out. I don't practice traditional magic. How do you say, thaumaturge?
Oh, you use the power of relics and artifacts. I understand.
Irony of yes, bringing a centaur on a ship. Does that not escape you?
You hear Gustave Foucault say. He kind of chuckles and says, "No, it's very very funny, but the fellow seems to have adjusted to it well. We picked him up from Riga and Livonia. Seemed very very eager to join us. Though his armor's a bit outdated. You know, a couple at least like under a century, maybe a little over a century. I forget when the date was. But he looks like
Yeah.
he's straight out of the Siege of Vienna.
Well, I'm no stranger to outdated armory, and he'll like knock on his chest plate.
Oh, I bet you that couldn't take a good punch from a Turk, eh?
You know it. What's a Turk?
Which doesn't help answer the question.
The ever so knowledgeable Nidhogg.
He answers your question, but not in the way you want. Gustav will say, you can get familiar with the rest of the crew, but in all honesty, you can go ahead and prepare inside. I'm going to speak to the navigator. Oh, if you have any questions for what Chambord is really like, Violet is probably best at explaining, but I would say leave a little room for surprise, eh?
Of course. Like any good voyage.
And Gustav will nod and say, if you need me, I will be up at the wheel, okay?
Oh no, her cover's gone away. Violet doesn't know what to do.
Now, like, time for a little bit of character interrogation. Where's Gabriel from?
You know, I gotta be real, I kinda assumed I'd arrive after the boat landed.
No.
No!
For
What the
context, Adam just boarded the ship and now he's being introduced by the first mate. Malik, who's the first mate? You see that?
Do you see the first mate?
Well, like,
Who that is.
please say psych right now. Please say psych right now. On God, you're trolling. Bro, you can't be serious.
Well, actually, with the exception of like Kevlar, I guess. But most armor it requires someone to help you put it on.
But careful steps. This is fucking.
Gabriel, this is Adam. He is our newest arrival. He is the medic for your expedition. Of course, I'm sure you've met Miss Violet. She is the servant of the County of Chambord. Captain Gustav let us know that once we are...
gently shove Edmund out of the way.
Oh.
So I could actually see Violet. I'm going to get closer.
She's gonna look up at you. She's
The Willem Dafoe gift.
she's a little teary-eyed. She goes, "Can I help you?"
Small?
Yeah.
And like I'll nod and go back to where I was.
She's a little teary-eyed. She goes, "Can I help you?"
Small?
Yeah.
And like I'll nod and go back to where I was.
It is okay, Violet. He is a very scary man. He's killed many people.
This is true.
Ah, a mighty warrior then. Well, you
The
sure look like one.
mightiest. And like I'll kind of like puff my chest out when I say it.
Ah, I don't think I'm willing to challenge you on that, on account of being very optimal for the occasion.
Yes, I would kill you.
Ah.
He
I
also
don't know
has
about
an
that.
exploding. He also has an exploding shield. You must be careful of.
What?
I don't remember putting this in my inventory. Percy, I don't think Paul has a sex drive, which has the implication that someone ordered him to do that.
Cyrus is like, Ma, destroy him.
Just somebody comes up, says something to Cyrus, doesn't like, Ma, impregnate that.
Guards impregnate that man. Oh, so now you're coming up here with insults. No, I'm not gonna argue if you get pregnant.
Terrifying thought. But Edmund will lead you all over. He'll say, I can lead you over to your living quarters if you do not mind.
I will fly behind him and be very close and
Very well.
keeping a distance from Nidhogg.
That creature. He's been looking at you,
The
licking his
creature.
lips.
He does not have dark vision. It's kind of it's really funny.
Oh no, I can help you.
It's we'll transition over. Oh, don't worry, that's Egon. He is a
He is a creature.
yeah.
That seems normal to me.
Peek around, look up at Aegon.
He's very terrifying. He looks like he eats fish raw.
What an absolute Chad. A true Swede.
Edmund goes, we picked him up from Gotland while we sailed by. He told us many tales, including that with his compatriots. Very long-lived, apparently, according to him. He looks at all of you, and he contemplates his next word and says, "Beer," and he'll walk past.
Oh my god, classic. Classic.
He steps right over.
You're the same space, but I suppose that we can make an assumption here since Violet here, she does not take up too much space.
It should be fine. Says from the fucking corner of the room.
That and she does not have quite enough space in Gabriel's room.
No, I understand. It's fine by me.
Excellent. And he will lightly pat you on the arm, the upper arm, and he will exit out. I'll say, "All right. Why don't you all unpack all of your belongings again, and we will set sail here in a very moment. If you need anything, please let me know. As the first mate, any troubles that you find, you let me know, okay?"
Of course. Thank you.
And he will nod and smile, and he will exit out.
Talk away.
What is happening here?
Do you need to be in... I mean, do you need to be in centaur mode all the time?
Oh, should I be ashamed of my true form?
No, it's just your... He's like... Is he like a bow... Is Gabriel having to bow down or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't even see the top of Gabriel's.
I mean,
You don't even see his face in the door.
yeah, no, but you seem uncomfortable.
I'm very comfortable in my own body.
No, that's great. All right.
All right.
During that entire conversation, you never saw his face.
Well, and she's kind of she's thinking about how to formulate the words, and she's gonna say, "Do you mind if I sleep in your bag?"
In
When I sleep, I turn into like a small coin.
oh, fascinating. Like a like a druid, but for like a druid, but for inanimate objects. I guess.
Something like that.
Sure.
Because I'm also looking at. I don't think I can choose. Yeah, no, it just happens. I can't choose if I can or not.
It's just a survival mechanism that's forced on you.
Yeah. So it's either that or she's like a coin left out in the open.
You say, "Ooh, coin."
Munch.
Puts in pocket.
Bites it to see if it's a real coin.
But if you're not comfortable with me sleeping within your bag, I can just don't forget me. I guess.
No,
I would
it's
just be here.
no. I mean, that's fine if you're comfortable. Hard request.
She's gonna flush and say, "I just didn't know how else to bring it up."
No, it's all right if we're going to be heading into Cambrian. Then, yeah, I suppose at least one of us would have to, right? You can't stop it from happening. Just be a normal sleeping fairy. Oh, I mean,
And she-
that's fine if you're comfortable. Hard request.
She's gonna flush and say, "I just didn't know how else to bring it up."
No, it's all right if we're going to be heading into Cambrian. Then, yeah, I suppose at least one of us would have to, right? You can't stop it from happening. Just be a normal sleeping fairy.
And she will shake her head and say, "No, it's always been, it's always happened. It's like a means of survival.
Uh-huh. Huh.
I'm sorry if that's weird or anything."
No, I mean, I'm plenty weird myself.
Nidhogg nods at that.
You're not supposed to agree.
Frowns. So technically, Violet, you don't have to sleep in the bag. You could just sleep in the bed.
Okay,
Yeah.
but there's
There's this
an
guy.
obstacle on my way.
That's true. How are you gonna get over him?
Exactly.
This is a deadly
He's
encounter.
like a gargoyle.
Yeah.
Reaches down. He still sits on. I'd say like he sits on top of here, but
Yeah.
he reaches down for his neck, he's biting at her.
He's like, looks very proud of himself for scaring her. And so, Violet, you go to sleep crying.
Adam, by pure instinct, despite being asleep, kicks Nidhogg.
You just hear like a
Not-
wet noodle falling on the floor.
Yeah.
You're the medic.
Yes, that is why I've been hired on.
You don't quite look like a doctor.
Oh no, but I'm quite a healer.
If you say so, kid. You know, show his like rope burn and like cut up like palms, little bits of blood seeping out from the fresh cut.
Adam will bring out the tools from his healer's toolkit that he, I'd say, has like on the side of his belt.
Mm.
Hefty amount of stuff, but hey. And then he wraps the wound in bandages and right. Germ theory is not a thing yet. No disinfectant. Just
It's the humors.
it's the humors.
Our past 2 doctors died of a ferocious illness. The irony is we don't know anything about medicine to help them. War, and it was both out during the sea. No doctors out here on the board.
Well, good thing I've come here for the rescue. And don't you worry, my body will stay quite warm. At least I hope.
I see. You, the serpent, is that from... You and your serpent, you from the countryside?
Yes. I guess you could say I grew up there all my life. It's a dryad joke.
He does not look like he finds it humorous in the slightest.
It's a dryad joke.
He does not look like he finds it humorous in the slightest.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Your eyes. I feel like You're of the old ways, aren't you?
Yeah, yes, my
Don't worry,
parents...
friend. No inquisitors here on the board. Just don't say too much to the captain.
Well, even if... Yeah, sure.
So are you or you not?
I mean, I was raised in the old ways by my parents, but I suppose some of it sticks around. I told the captain, but I am a thaumaturge. I suppose it has something to do with it.
Light elves live roughly the same lifespan. There isn't a biological distinction there. So he must have seen a lot. Maybe he was there during the late Viking era, but it's hard to say.
Damn.
Oh yeah. He must be well over at least like 600, 700 years.
Yeesh.
He's an ancient man. I mean, and you do see he is physically battle scarred, as well as he gives you an acknowledgement of your medical skills. Although you get the feeling he won't be quite overcoming your physical appearance of your youth.
Dude. I love being a handsome dryad.
Who is speaking? I was not paying attention.
Hello.
Oh.
Sure. Look at the imagine these were cannons instead of like ballistas, because there wouldn't be
Ballistas are insane.
Yeah. No, it's not just that. It's they're outdated weapons in this time period. She'll look at you and say, "Can you adjust the cannon for me? It's not quite physically capable enough, and this one's just off-tilted enough that if we start moving quickly, it might roll off the wooden hinges. Could you correct it for me?"
Which direction?
Move it a little ways to the right.
Alright, what do I roll?
Alright, make a athletics check. Normal, no bonuses, no negatives.
But wait, Percy. I need to check some. Yes.
Oh, what, did she insult you?
I went to adjust cannon, and it fell off boat.
Oh, Dios mío. Gabriel, this is coming out of your pay. He looks overboard.
There's just water. The boat, the cannon is gone.
It's gone. You see the last bubbling from like a little ways away. It goes, oh, Father in heaven, forgive me. Look what you've done. We're not even the second day in.
Well, Perhaps get heavier cannon next time.
Go ahead and roll occultism, please, for aid.
Okay. Oh, my occultism is not very good.
Incredible.
Yo, this party's cooked.
That's much better.
Oh, this party's so back.
You all die before you reach Beast's castle.
What happened to my servant?
By the way, that is an ending.
Daryl!
By the way, the bad ending is all of you dying and some of the people dying of famine.
The apocalypse! Ah!
So
What we
this-
don't know is there was going to be a naval battle, and we're going to have massive disadvantages because we're missing a cannon.
Oh boy. Out to some sort of anchor, some sort of extraplanar location, which is likely where Chateau or where the County of Chambord is. You've never done this before yourself, and you're not capable of quite doing this. What Nesma is capable of. She appears to be created for this sole purpose, to help ship captains navigate treacherous locations. And as she glows a little less, she'll say, "Thank you, Miss Violet, for your assistance. Navigation to the County of Chambord will be much easier now, thanks to your efforts."
It's my pleasure to help you.
Just neutral faced, eyes closed.
Talk.
Yeah, that's miserable. I wouldn't have joined this voyage if the pay wasn't so good.
I have some magic if you don't mind. I could try to alleviate some of the cold from you.
She raises her eyebrow. Is this going to cost me a liver or two?
Sure. Violet's eyes will widen and go, no, nothing of the sort.
I can never trust you fairy types. Are you sure you aren't here to trick me? What's your end game here, girl?
Violet's gonna look very flushed and start like shaking her head. Like it's just shaking her head no and go and saying, no end goal. I just noticed you being very cold. I just figured I could be of some assistance.
The wood, so I suppose thanks is in order. Thank you.
Violet will shyly smile and go, you're welcome, Miss Ekholm.
What do you know about that centaur? Know anything about him?
Like, if you look over... Or how are these boats set up, Percy?
They are set up where it's like raised.
How high up?
Probably up to your head.
Okay, yeah, if you, like, when she points to me, you just see me, like, grabbing the boat, and I'm kind of just, like, lifting it with one hand, and, like, I'm a good feet away, but I just imagine, like, muttering to myself, like, why is everything on the boat so light? How is it meant to support such a strong creature as myself? The boat so light. How is it meant to support such a strong creature as myself?
Violet will look over and just shake her head and go, I don't really know much. Captain Gustav just sort of picked him up as a hire.
Why is he wearing such outdated armor? What does he think he is? He's not in Vienna or anything. Gosh.
I mean, I suppose it still serves its purpose.
I don't quite trust him. Have you seen how he handled me the other day? He tips over a whole fucking cannon and thinks he can just strangle me. What a barbarian.
I did notice that. I honestly was a little too scared to even approach
We're the
after
best
that.
For this voyage.
And that's why you're here then, right?
Mm-hmm. I've heard tales very ambitious men from the Volga River. Let me tell you. She looks around. The true character of men is only revealed when you've taken everything away from them. So I'm curious to know, should things go bad, what sort of men are willing to reveal themselves for who they are. I'm just saying, Violet, but to stick together.
Oh, this poor sprite woman. She just wanted to help this person be warm, and now she's being thrown into this moral conundrum.
Gabriel, do you mind coming over?
No, he doesn't have to come over. No, really.
He has to listen to me. I'm the first mate. Come over here. Gabriel, would you ever consider betraying the ship?
Why would I do that?
There you go. Your
Why
loyalty.
is this an offer of mutiny? Are you committing mutiny?
No, not me. No.
Why do you sound so scared?
She'll tuck him into his coat. She goes, no worries, friend. Violet was posing a mere question. She merely doubted the...
Of mutiny?
No. The loyalty of your character. She does not know you.
I am very loyal. I am a proud warrior. I have killed many who have questioned this. In the field of battle, not in general. If someone questions me, I just punch them.
Please, maintain a bit of discipline, please. I know we're not a professional naval crew, but we're not necessarily pirates either, okay?
Centaurs are a proud people. I do not wish to be insulted because these cannons are made of paper mache.
But you understand those cannons do cost a lot, and apparently the captain said it's coming out of your pay. Let's be careful, okay? At the end of the day, it's also your responsibility.
That is fine. I will make up pay.
We shall see. I'm hoping the best in everyone here. I've got good hopes. God protect us. We'll make our voyage through here.
My wisdom to you, first mate. Don't be too optimistic. I'll look around. Someone here may die on this voyage. And that is how I will make a pay. And then I'll nod and walk away.
I'm hoping the best in everyone here. I've got good hopes. God protect us. We'll make our voyage through here.
My wisdom to you, first mate. Don't be too optimistic. I'll look around. Someone here may die on this voyage. And that is how I will make a pay. And then I'll nod and walk away.
Very ominous.
Gonna peek out of his coat pocket and go, Mr. Dantes, everyone on here is so scary.
That is the life of the voyage, I'm afraid. No need to worry.
I miss the castle.
No need to worry. Think about it this way. Every day we are on this journey, one day closer to getting to Chateau de Camford.
She's gonna sigh and go back in the coat pocket. She doesn't want to
Still
come
in a
out.
form of concentration, but you did see that she was speaking to Violet a few days ago.
Well, I didn't see shit.
Fair enough.
Weren't they doing that telepathically?
Oh no,
Or
I mean,
actually-
I mean, you did see
Well,
the
no,
interacting.
Yeah.
Okay. Might not have seen it either, because I think he spent most of the day at the front, just being like, holy shit, I'm on a boat.
And by the way, some of you, it's not something I'm going over, but some of you would have been handled like boring menial chores like washing clothes and checking over the food, making sure water is not spoiled,
Holy
boring
shit.
menial stuff like that.
This is just like treasure planet, what the fuck?
Treasure planet, but without all the cool airships yet.
But it's just Treasure Island, actually.
You're 100 years too late, unfortunately. Long John Silver is dead.
Fuck! I'm gonna piss shit and cry. What I do. So he's just gonna walk up, make clear footsteps, and then you stand behind her and I guess inspect her make and figure. Just curious.
And then you hear emanating from her voice, not that her mouth moves, That, you notice, like Violet did, that not that her teeth move, but her voice is still projected. And you hear, "How can I help you, Mr. Adamantine?"
Oi. Huh. I... Huh. Sorry, unusual. I was just curious about you, if you are not busy, Miss Nesma. I suppose it's like, almost the opposite of what I am. Couldn't help myself.
Ah, astute observation. Most people do not get a chance to take a glimpse upon my person, mostly because the captain does not want to assuade ambitious or cutthroat individuals from thieving my person. But indeed we are opposites, it appears. You have a more plant-like humanoid form, like those of nature spirits and dryads.
Yeah. As far as I know, as far as I'm categorizing myself, I'm a dryad, but, what are you even? I don't know the word for it. I'm afraid not. I've not traveled before. Not this far.
So the meaning of my origin, the city of Alexandria, really does not mean anything tangible to you, does it?
No, I've been told it's a place of great learning, so I suppose it takes a lot of knowledge to make you. Are you made?
I was born first, and then I've been given this body to survive. I was a slave girl. I had a bright mind, but my body was failing me, and I was left at the doorsteps of the chantry. They took me in. They gave me this miraculous suit of armor. Indeed, my visage was made to appear beautiful to those, but as you can see, the inside is not as porcelain as it appears. I'm afraid I look grotesque to most, and this armor makes myself presentable. I help the chantry with all matters of the occult and the demonic. I wanted to explore the world, and they've given me a chance when Captain Gustav sailed by to trade and sell goods.
And they did not make you for any ulterior motives?
I am expected to return to Alexandria when this trip is over. So, my loyalty does lie with the chantry, as the saying goes.
Or out of new flesh, as you seem to have heard about?
The desecration of Emir's body. Quite a violent origin for a violent people, no? No wonder they were tamed by the men of the cross.
Yes. Well, I shouldn't interrupt you any further.
Of course. Please, make your stay comfortable, and inform me of any anomalous activity.
Of course. I'll look forward to future conversations with you, Miss Nesma.
Of course. God be with you.
And with you.
Go over here. Gabrielle, you are approached by Edwin as you guys are cleaning up the sails and making sure there isn't a lot of snow sticking to it, because obviously heavy snow will then mess up the sails and will mess up the navigation of the driving of the whole ship. So Gabrielle, while you and Edwin are doing that, the two of you are having a conversation. Edwin says, "Oi, Figurski, right?" Tell me, what sort of wars have you participated in? Give me a bit of a story, why don't you? We've got a lot of time. I think of two or three more days before we reach our destination. Surely an old goat like you've got some stories.
Percy, I have forgotten wars and time periods.
That's impressive. You've given that French Emperor's army a good thwacking, eh?
Though to be honest, I am surprised at a certain point he did not reach out to me and try to pay me. I like a fight. It is who I am. I have traveled. I have worn this armor. I have held this lance for many years. Not to say I am disloyal per se, but I have no stake, really, in what happens in front. So I don't know if it is his pride or his stupidity as to why he never hired me. But I cannot complain. Many of his men have had the blood spilled across the plains of their homeland, yes? Exactly. That is why I do not entertain the hypothetical that much. There will always be a need for a mercenary.
And to be fair, when these Europeans are done killing each other, maybe they might turn their attention on the Turks again.
Maybe.
Or they might send you out into Barbary, fight those pirates in North Africa.
Perhaps. The heat can do me some good.
He snaps his fingers. He snaps his fingers. Wait. I've heard that newly born country out in the west was fighting some pirates. Ain't that kind of funny? Whole continent away, and they're fighting some pirates in Africa.
Pirates go everywhere. I mean, they are similar to mercenaries that way, but that is the word. The shock will be enough to make you not feel anything. You go under, you drown. Simple as.
He kind of looks a bit more glum and goes, I'm hoping we can get through this voyage fast. It troubles me. It's hard to write in my journal, hands shaking.
Yeah, go ask Pixie from Magic. I watched her heat up the woman down there.
Nadia, yeah, she's a witch. Just watch yourself around that one.
Witch.
An old school witch. The sort of witch that learned how to cast curses, like the ones you read about but in the Eddas.
Oh my god. Witch.
An old school witch. The sort of witch that learned how to cast curses, like the ones you read about but in the Eddas.
Oh my god.
You best be careful, Figurski. She might make you lose your cock.
What?
I'll kind of look down and go, well, the nice thing about the centaur is if my cock were to fall off, someone would definitely notice.
He's not sure if he's supposed to laugh at him, and you laugh, he starts laughing. And he goes, ugh. It would make quite the thud, wouldn't it? As he finishes unraveling the rest of the sails, and he dusts off a little bit the last of the snow that's like stuck onto it.
The peek over the water.
Make a
peek
nature
over.
check.
Oh no, my nature's not good.
You have no idea what's approaching. It could be animal, it could be beast.
I've never seen such a creature before.
God damn it, woman. Could you not be more precise?
I really don't know. I'm sorry.
Save your tears, it's gonna freeze your eyes.
Give guess.
Percy, so can I make it like a tentacle?
It is humanoid in appearance. That's all you can really tell.
It looks like a human.
Then it can feel fear. Shoot cannon at it.
And you hear the captain go, "Ready the cannons!"
Madonna, save me!
Fighter.
The fire.
Wait,
You hit on 4.
if I hit on a 4 though, imagine if I reroll.
No, for real though. Imagine
I
what
mean-
14 would look like.
I need you to make a fortune check against polymorph.
Oh no!
Interesting.
Holy Lord.
Yo, so you saw it too, bro. You saw it too, right, bro? That shit was a 1.
Nothing.
Oh no,
It was
no,
a
it,
one
no,
at
it rolled a clear. Oh Jesus! It rolled a clean 19 on mine.
Seahack touches like an exposed part of your body, and you like smack it away as you stab her, and nothing happens to you because you're.
Yeah, I
strong
just
as
imagine she like grabs me, does a spout, so I go, "Unhand me, wench," and I smack her hand and stab her in the chest.
Yeah, she's screaming out in pain.
All right, it's gonna.
That goal hit.
Yeah. Oh, this could do some damage.
I think you also take 3 points of damage. Yeah, you do. Splash. Otherwise, unless it says otherwise.
You are not harmed by splash damage from amped ignition.
There you go. Because you blast this guy with fire. He's just roasting. You also smell roasted sea devil. What else you doing?
Shield.
Very well. Adam is yours. He is a. You don't know anything about Dagon other than he is associated with the sea and grain and farming.
You know what? I'm gonna associate this sword with this guy's face.
Down.
Oh,
As you hit him with Gustavus' sword. Wink, wink.
dude. This is a subtle reference to the fact that.
How do you want to do
Gustavus-
this?
Holy shit. Well, I'll say that Adam, like puts presses the scepter against the Sea Devil's chest, and then as he looks down, carves his face in the middle.
Oh, it just drops. His neck just snaps on out of the cannon as it falls back. Wait a second. You were off guard technically to this.
Oh.
Oh fuck.
Undo that damage for me real quick.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to sit down for this.
I will block whatever damage I can.
I think the damage you can only block once is a reaction.
Um,
But it's Oh no, wait, no, it is at the end of the round. So...
Oh, you're right. My bad. God, again, my bad, Percy. I'm so sorry. But
I thought
As
it
you
was
go,
a dis-
whoosh, what the fuck? This giant great one, and you're just like, is that the shark?
Adam looks by him, huh? That's where the pit is.
her psyche is like emanating an aura around her.
Right. Let's see. Let's look at your deception.
My deception's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, he's concentrating on.
Yeah. So initially Violet did like a big like her attempt at a punch, but it was like a big like tiny like a small a mini fireball hits this first fish. It hits the sea level initially, and then it hits her, and she's like and then the shark pops up and bites at her back, and she is in full panic mode, and without even thinking goes for like a left like upward punch motion and hits him with like what is essentially an ice fireball now. And that's he just gets like clobbered by ice
And folds finally in this combat. You have one action left.
Yeah, I am
Go on, Fleck.
And just like that,
He suffers.
he He's back at a
Guess who
minus
got
4.
panache? That's right, this guy.
The cocksuckler.
The cocksuckling
Holy crap.
swashbuckler. Dude, you are so dead.
Finisher, no finisher.
Dude, of course. Finisher. Actually, it's a decision I would have made beforehand. Or,
Jesus Christ.
How do you want to do this?
on a super kill. I don't know. How does Dante's kill people? He cuts. I suppose he'll.
He's like a gentleman.
Like-
He's a gentleman swashbuckler.
All right, so pierces him through the heart and then pushes him over and bows out.
Exactly. There you go. You get him
We're
so
hired to do.
Anyway, I make this in one action. So, guess what, big fella?
Man, that's crazy, Malik. You also moved more than 10 feet, so
I know.
Dude, it's so gone.
the fire.
the fighter.
This is what Gabrielle did turn into Napoleonic Wars who just approach French soldiers and skewer them.
Yeah.
Dude.
How do you
Take
want to do this?
authority. I will take. Yeah, no, I will skewer him and throw him at the shark.
Just instantly, like drops his weapon and goes limp.
Dude. I like how everyone else got 1 kill each, and then Gabriel out here farming them.
Dude.
It's like he's fucking farming in the MOBA, dude.
But that is my turn.
Edmund Dantes looks very shocked
God.
from seeing his spear drive through, or as your lance drive through this creature's face.
Yeah, I probably had to do it over his.
I mean, honestly, what happens if we just ignore the great white shark?
Do you guys like back away from it?
Yeah, actually, I mean,
Yeah.
why don't we just look at it and go, it is a shark, just leave it alone.
As we end the encounter, the great white goes.
I feel like...
And after about 5 minutes,
No, yeah. And the thing is, as it's dying, Adam's just gotta go below deck and go lay down because he can't handle it dying.
as you look to your west, and you see a bright portal, or some sort of threshold, as Gustav says, "Hold on to something died!"
Flying over, grabbing onto Gabrielle.
I will grab onto the mast.
Oh, you know what?
And
No,
then
she
Dante
did
will
it
reach out a
before.
hand for Adam.
Dude, she did it once before. She's gonna fly into Edmund Dantes' jacket again.
And he will.
Nidhogg will also fly into Edmund Dante's jacket.
This feels really weird. I'm not going to lie. Ooh, you're a little ticklish, Nidhogg. Oh, Violet, you're touching my breast. Be careful.
Nidhogg chases Violet around.
Oh, my chest. I'm feeling rug burn.
It's like a ferret shitting on a rat.
It showed
That
up
thing
and
almost ate
instantly.
me.
It showed up and instantly bit someone, bro. It was a menace.
Dude. Adam not have fun feeling it.
And it's both Edmund Dantes and Violet.
Dude. Nidhogg is a creature.
As you see some of the crewmates get back up to the ship, as they look about in various states of injury and harm, blood all over them, as you see devils had crawled through some of the holes in the gunship, the gun deck. You see this watery entrance